Hello and thanks so much for joining us here on the KREM 2 News at noon today. I'm Channing Curtis and we start with some breaking news. Within the last 90 minutes, we learned a construction accident prompted a brief flash flood watch in Post Falls. Right now, KREM 2 Shannon Mowdy is live at the North Channel Dam with what we know so far. Shannon, what can you tell us?
Well, Channing, here's what we want people to know right now. Post Falls Police and Avista crews here on the scene say that any damage to the dam does not cause enough risk for the dam to fail, and that flash flood watch and warning has ended. But just take a look at this. You can see that a crane on the North Dam toppled over. We do know an employee of an Avista contractor was hurt. Post Falls Police describe it as a traumatic arm injury. Now, this all happened just after 9 this morning. An alert was quickly put out that the dam could potentially fail and lead to flash flooding. And again, Post Falls Police and Avista on scene determined there is not enough damage to the dam to cause it to break or to cause a flood. There is no danger to the community right now. And we do know Avista is working with its contractor on this project to figure out exactly how this crane failure happened. And we have watched crews here trying to set up some booms and mitigate the problem. And they are working on the next steps on cleaning all of this up. In Post Falls, Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
All right, thank you, Shannon, for that report. Of course, we will continue our breaking news coverage on the KREM 2 News at 4. In the meantime, though, you can watch this story and more right now on KREM 2+. Now let's switch gears and talk weather now, because it's looking like it will stay dry today, but we could see some rain by Halloween. Our meteorologist Thomas Patrick is joining us right now. So Thomas, what can we expect for the rest of today?
Yeah, for today, we've definitely seen a lot of low cloud cover, only a little bit of fog out towards the West Plains. The fog has burned off, but that low cloud cover just remains overhead, and it's making a difference in terms of just how cool it feels outside, especially with our current temperatures still in the 30s as we hit the noon hour. So we're just going to struggle to get into the 40s and probably not into the 50s for today. It would take a little bit of sunshine to try to offset this cool start to the day today. There are a few spots in the 40s on the Palouse towards central Washington, as you see that Moses Lake is one of the warmer spots at 47 because that area started off the coolest. So a bit more sunshine over central Washington, but otherwise that low cloud cover, which kind of hides on the satellite imagery here because it can find the high cloud cover a lot easier, but no rain coming off of any of that low cloud coverage because Doppler radar has been pretty clear. All that to say, cool and cloudy today. But the Halloween forecast says drizzle in the forecast. In fact, rain is actually looking likely during the day. And coming up, I'm going to show you what day part it is most likely going to rain and how heavy that could be.
Today, a ribbon-cutting ceremony has just wrapped up for the Bigelow Gulch project. That's where KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is joining us live right now. So, Brandon, you have been following this for us throughout the day, and this is a project that's really been in the works for years now. What do drivers need to know?
Well, dozens of people were here for this ribbon cutting ceremony earlier today. County commissioners, elected officials, engineers, and of course people who were just excited to see this project come to fruition after several years of being in the works. Nearly $75 million went into this project known as the Bigelow Gulch Forker Road Urban Connector. It's an idea that came to life in 1997, possibly even before that, with construction officially breaking ground in 2005. As for what the project entails, Spokane County officials say the focus was to widen and improve the road to make it safer. That includes accommodating more traffic, which would allow more vehicles to move through the area more smoothly. According to the county, the Urban Connector Alignment Project has also straightened and widened both the existing Bigelow Gulch Road and Forker Road to meet the objectives of improved safety, reduce congestion, and support of state and regional freight mobility initiatives.
3, 2, 1.
And of course, those were the moments right there when the ribbon was officially cut. As for what's next, though, Spokane County Public Works anticipates the completion of the project will reduce anticipated collisions by 29% on Bigelow Gulch over the next 20 years. So again, a lot of people excited for this particular moment and to see this project officially become a reality. But for now, reporting right off of Bigelow Gulch, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
The Spokane City Council passed a resolution last night opposing an initiative that will repeal the state's Climate Commitment Act. Council members Zach Sapone, Paul Dillon, and Kitty Klitsky proposed the resolution. Now, they say Initiative 2117 would put millions of dollars in funding at risk for climate-related programs across the city. The city leader said some of the funding is for the North-South Corridor, Division Street Bus Rapid Transit, and youth-free ride programs. Councilmember Jonathan Bingle says the initiative created a hidden gas tax that has increased the cost at the pump.
So for me, I'm not going to be supporting it because I think the Climate Commitment Act is not a good way for us to actually attack climate change. I think it's a way for us to get money from the people, and then even the language in here I feel like is again, borders on extortion.
I think there's always data to support arguments. One with gas taxes higher, lower, WSDOT, what will happen in the future, maybe, maybe not going forward, but it's a resolution in our support for the benefits we believe are good for the city.
The Climate Commitment Act provides a cap and invest program designed to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 95% by 2050 in Washington state. In the meantime, Idaho voters will be casting their ballots for Proposition 1. KREM 2's Tim Pham explains the changes it would make to the primary voting system.
The initiative Proposition 1 would repeal the state's partisan primary system and replace it with a top four primary system where all candidates seeking that office appear on one ballot and the top four vote earners advance to the general election. Candidates would be able to list their party affiliation, but it would not mean they represent the party. Candidates would also not be required to list party affiliation. This primary system would be used at elections for the U.S. Senate, the U.S. House of Representatives, state legislature, elective state office, and county elective office. Supporters say every registered voter should have the right to vote in a primary, not just those who identify as Republican or Democrat. Opponents say replacing the system with the top four primary is overly complicated and unnecessary. They claim all that's needed for independent voters to have a voice is to change the primary system to an open one.
Now, here at KREM 2, we want to give you a chance to hear from the two candidates running for Washington's 5th congressional district. So we hope you'll join us for tomorrow for a debate between Carmela Conroy and Michael Baumgartner. The debate begins at 7 tomorrow night, and you can watch it on KREM 2, KSKN 22, KREM 2 Plus, and KREM.com.